Character of the week. Water. It's one of the four elements of the earth. It also covers about 75% of the surface of this planet. And somewhere in this great mass of blue, there's a lost city, a mythical city, known as Atlantis. And who sits on this throne of Atlantis is none other than today's character of the week, Namor, the Submariner. Or at least for the MCU. He's the king of Atlantis of the MCU. I don't know how to swim. Yeah, so, Namor, the Submariner. He is a hybrid of both man and Atlantean. His father was a sea captain, and his mother was a princess of Atlantis. The sea captain's ship was stuck on an expedition. It was stuck in the Antarctic in a chunk of ice. So, set off detonation chargers, explosions, little minor explosions to break up the ice that they were stuck in. What ended up happening is pieces of those debris from the ice and the explosions fell down and damaged the city of Atlantis. Seen as an attack, the king at the time tried to send an army up to see what was going on to investigate. What ended up happening is his princess decided to, rather than endanger the lives of her people, she went up herself. She was immediately captured by the ship's captain and the crew. One look at this blue woman, and Leonard Mackenzie instantly fell in love. She too fell in love with this pink-skinned, fleshy man. She couldn't understand English, he couldn't understand what she was saying, but they made passionate love and got married within a few days. She can't speak! Love her! Worried about his daughter, the king sent troops to the surface world to retrieve her. Upon discovering that she's still alive, they pulled her back down to the water world, to Atlantis. The result of their brief but passionate time on the surface world gave result to a human Atlantean hybrid baby, known as Namor, which is Atlantean for Avenging Sun. So yeah, Submariner is actually Marvel's a lot of firsts. He's actually technically Marvel's, like I said, he's Marvel's first mutant. He's Marvel's first publicized superhero, and he's also one of Marvel's first, or comic books' first anti-hero. He battles a lot between going back and forth of fighting humans and fighting alongside humans. But at the end of the day, he always does and protects and does what's best for the city of Atlantis, which also sometimes pits him against both villains and heroes. As long as you don't mess with Atlantis, you don't mess with him. Some of his time on the surface world has had him, like I said, at odds with many heroes, such as the Fantastic Four and Avengers. One minute he's this calm and regal and intimidating presence, and then sometimes he is this outburst of rage and righteous fury. I think he's more like bipolar, but I could be wrong. I'm not a psychologist, but I do think he tends to be more on the bipolar side. Some theorize due to his hybrid nature that there's always going to be an imbalance in him. Also due to his hybrid nature, maybe the fact that one of his powers and abilities is when he's underwater, he's strong. He communicates telepathically with the sea creatures, swims faster, is stronger than all the Atlanteans. And on the surface world, he still has those same abilities, the strength, endurance, and invulnerability, but he can fly on the surface world. He can breathe. Like I said, he's always torn between fighting for humanity and fighting with humanity, so alliances with him is always uneasy. He's been a part of the Illuminati, he's been part of the Cabal, he's been part of the UN Nation, he's been part of not the UN Nation. He's been an Avenger, he's fought the Avengers. I don't think he's been part of Fantastic Four. Dude, leave the blondes alone. He's been featured in several cartoons. He's also been an NPC, non-playable character in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. But for the first time, there's been many talks, so now he's actually making his way onto the big screen. So, Imperious Rex, that's his battle cry. I don't know what it means. It means, don't fuck with Atlantis. Back to you guys. Like, share, subscribe.